what it do?
Yeah. You know what it is. It's TkDaPoet. You already know it, so you ain't gotta. Yeah. Y'all know the rest. I ain't gotta say the rest by now. Y'all should know it by now. But y'all know what we here for. It is poetry after dark. Yeah, time to get into these word smiths, these word bouts, and see what these words come around. Hey, we are about to be entertained. I'm gonna bring y'all to the stage. Miss Exclusive. Hold on, I think I did this. Hold on for a second. I'm bring Exclusive. Gonna give a shout out to the beautiful people out here.
Hey everybody, how you doing? It's your girl Exclusive. You guys, first and foremost, thank you so much for checking up on me, calling, and sending me all the messages and the love. I am about 96%, but the show must go on. So here I am in full camo, trying to look alive and well. Thank you to everybody again that's been checking in. Thank you to Poetry Life for holding After Dark down last week. You guys did your thing. All the guests that came in, they were fire. So we're just going to get back to our regularly scheduled program. Check the t-shirt, Black and Beautiful. That's just me on today. Also, make sure you get your Poetry Life merch. We got merch, y'all, for Poetry Life. We got merch. So again, shout out to the Poetry Life team. Again, you can follow us on Facebook, Instagram. You can follow us on TikTok. If you can find me, you can find we. So just pull up. Period. What we like to do here at Poetry After Dark is we not only like to share our poetry after dark, but we also like to open up the mic to anybody that would like to pull up and also share their poetry. So please don't be scared. Don't be shy. Come on up here, join the panel, join the group, get into the discussion, get into the talks. You know what I mean? Come on in here, mingle with the people. We love to see you. We always are looking for new dope artists as well, poets, people who spit bars, all of that within Poetry Life. We have several different facets, several different platforms. So just reach out, get in touch, get put on. We outside, y'all. I'm so excited. I missed y'all. Mwah, mwah, mwah. I missed y'all for real. In the course of things, let me also put out this disclaimer. I am about to be a grandma of 7, and my daughter is in labor. So if I have to skedaddle, I doubt it because I told her hold that now. But should I have to skedaddle, just know that it's because we got another baby coming. Baby number 7. So shout out to my family. Keep us all in prayer as we're awaiting grandbaby number 7. But let's get into this thing. Let me start something. First and foremost, I would just like to give honor to TkDaPoet. And you guys are going to hear me say this a lot. Poetry was not dead for me, but it was definitely in the background. It wasn't anything I was really checking into, but we here now. So shout out to TkDaPoet, who is a fire poet, y'all, a fire spoken word artist, y'all, for just bringing this to life and bringing me to life, even in this craft. I don't take it lightly. And also shout out to the 2-time Poetry Life champion, Finn the Human, who I know stayed up past his bedtime just so he can come and grace our platform. So shout out to the both of you. Shout out again to the whole Poetry Life team. TK, pop in. Let them know what Poetry Life got going. This is your baby. I can't hear you. You're muted.
I was on mute.
There you go. There you go.
One time. Hey, shout out to everybody. We are here. It's TkDaPoet. You already know it, so you ain't got to quote it. And if I spoke it, you already know what that means. Yeah, I wrote it. Straight like that. We here, Poetry After Dark, exclusive. Welcome back. We miss you. I tried to hold it down, but I think I did pretty good.
You was holding.
Yeah.
Y'all was holding.
Look.
I saw more people. I'm just saying. I saw some type of people. I rolled over. I said, let me at least look on here. And I looked on there. It was a whole platform full of folk. I said, oh, not the people showed up and showed out.
Look, and we was kicking it. We was in here kicking it.
Big kicking it. Y'all was big kicking it.
Hey, poetry after dark. But hey,
Y'all was big kicking it.
I'm gonna see if I can get a couple people up here. I reached out to a couple people see if they want to come up and spit some poetry. But I already got poetry after poetry after poetry on deck. I can read and read and read and recite. Hey, I'm ready for it.
Let's get it. I'll go first. Let's go.
Okay, okay, okay. I'm going ahead and give you the flow. We got
Let's
exclusive.
go.
The host. She's finna set it out.
Let's go. Like a syringe, I shoot shots through your veins that get you high and make you binge. Don't be afraid. Watch how addictive it'll make you feel if you just hold still and don't cringe. Come take this trip. I know you want to. And get your mind played with like we on battleship. You sent for me, so I'm coming for you. I'm like a nymphomaniac, sapiosexual type's fantasy. And word porn happens to be my favorite adult category. Or you can watch me play with myself instead. Up here in my own brain, giving myself head. Yeah, I did. And let me also mention I'm orgasmically a mind freak. And sometimes that word porn goes so hard and so deep that it'll put me to sleep with tears running down my face onto paper sheets. See? Ooh, I made you look, and you so nasty, but I like it. Let me feed you like it's your last meal. Just hold still. That taste I'm leaving in your mouth is for a specific reason, and it's orgasmically my specially blended season. But let me do you another favor and take that plate and wrap it up for now, because you can eat more later. And yes, I'm positive that if you run my test, everything will come back 100, because I'm never less. Understand and be very aware that the serving size that's between these thighs is a special cut and it's very rare. That's why everything else tastes so cloned and synthetic and maybe even inconclusive. And I'm the only thing on this menu. My name is exclusive. Thank you.
Straight fire, straight fire, straight fire. From the
Always,
host exclusive.
always killing it.
Mm, I'm
Look,
working on it. I'm trying to be like y'all when I grow up.
So,
look,
so
I have a
dive
question today.
into that poem. Explain that poem to everybody for the one
Sure.
time.
So that poem actually for me was something that I literally wanted to use as an introduction. And it was the best way I could turn myself into a drug, turn myself into a food, turn myself into anything that someone would want to tune into, somebody would have a passion for, somebody would have an appetite for. And of course it had to be with my name at the bottom. Now how it all started was the challenge from Finn, who wanted us to write a poem or challenge me to write a poem without using the word the. So the poem is actually called That's Her Energy. And so I just wanted to put everything in it because I knew if I came with anything less, Finn was going to knock it out the air and I didn't want to be embarrassed.
Mm, let's go.
So that's her energy. That's her truth.
Mm.
And you know what's dope about the parts about being sapiosexual and learning words and stuff, and the depth of the poetry and stuff. I didn't even notice in the title that it was the. That's her energy, THE. So you didn't use it anywhere else but in the title as an acronym, and I thought that was dope as hell.
Right,
Thank you.
right.
That was the
That's
only way I could get it in there. That was sarcasm.
that was fire
But
though.
wordplay, you guys are teaching me hella 100%. So thank you.
Look, that was fire. When I first time I realized, like, that's her energy. Oh, okay, okay, okay. I like that. I like that. That's different.
It caught me off guard too. I was like, "Oh, I see it. I got okay." I would
A lot.
say,
Like, so I'm like, okay, let me see if I can go next. I've been thinking about what poem I'm gonna do. I've been doing a lot of other poems that people probably already heard. So, but I've been working on my performance, my delivery on some of my poems. So, I've been trying to fine tune some things, especially when I get on stage. And also, I've been invited to go perform at the Juneteenth in Fort Worth.
Yes.
that's what's up.
Yes.
That's what's
You
up.
going, right?
Yeah, yeah, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go this. I'm gonna go to this. I've been special
That.
invited a lot of places, and I'm like, I just wait, I chill. But I'm gonna go to this one though.
Yeah. Go on, get on out there. Because you got to take us out there,
Most
leader.
definitely.
Go on out there, Alpha.
Because you know which one I want to hear, right? I want to hear about you getting left. Go left. Don't go right. Go left.
Oh, snap.
Okay, okay. I gotta read that one. I don't know that one by heart, so that was will have to be read. But yeah, we can get into that. But you know what? That's not even finished. Y'all told me it was finished, but I could write some more. I'm thinking about some more fire lines that can go after that. I'm like, yeah, I can really kill it. But I'm gonna go ahead and hit it up since Finn. Okay, what did I write it?
Hey, Marcus.
Okay, okay. We got people.
Who pulling up? Beep, beep.
Okay, we got people in the comment section. So okay, so I don't like give myself the center stage. So we all family. So I ain't gonna give myself the center stage, but I'll give y'all the opportunity to have center stage. So because y'all are the stars of poetry life. So I'm gonna read. Okay, the poem was called "Love Not War." See, I thought I found love in a woman that didn't love herself. So the love I found wasn't love at all, but a fake facade, and I only can blame myself. See, I seen the signs, but I acted blindly, thinking if I just look away, reality wouldn't be so noticeable. It's more comical how I made a fool of myself by giving her the job without even checking her resume. Neither to say, I gave her the ultimate position before I knew she was toxic. I slowly watched the love of my life turn into death of my heart. It was me giving you more as I lost your respect, which I never had. You were just glad that I could provide you with things you never had. Or floor mat is how I felt been stepped on only because I gave you away to. Now I got to step two because now I realize I'm losing myself in a lost fantasy, a false reality, a parallel universe where I thought we could be happy, but that's not what we have. It's you versus me versus you. Oh, let the bullshit begin. But that's not what I wanted or needed. I wanted love, not war, peace, not fear, joy, not pain. I want a woman that's gonna love me the same, nothing to gain, but a man that will give you the moon and the stars and galaxy if he could. But all I have to give you is my heart, which you torn apart. You threw it down on the ground to make concrete art. They say loving you is wrong. But I say if loving you is wrong, they say you don't want to be right. Well, fuck that. I'd rather be left, just a past memory. I had to cut the jazz like Hillary. I told her it was lit. She cried a tear, and I broke it down like Bruce Lee. And she asked me, what does that mean? I said, literally. And I meant that literally. Love, not war.
That's dope.
Yeah, man, love, not war, man. So
That
what y'all
was
think
dope,
about
man. I like it. I like the realness of it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, what's the breakdown for that? What's that?
Boy, that's
Let
an
me hear
open.
the guts of that.
No, it's broke down in that opening line.
Yeah, I mean, and is.
Yeah,
it's like sometimes you can love someone more than that person love themselves. So that it doesn't matter how much you pour into that person is not gonna see the true love because they not in love with themselves. They're not
Mhm.
happy with themselves. So with them finding love is like it's hard for them because now they have these walls built up and it's so hard to climb over them. But once you feel like you get into the top, they just continue to build that wall higher and higher and higher. So that was just a process of being in a relationship with with a woman that didn't love herself.
And then
I
that
like
line
that. I
where
like that.
he said, and if I'm wrong, I don't want to be right. Fuck it, I'd rather get left.
Look,
Mhm.
Woo-hoo.
It was the Jasmine Hillary for me. Ew.
I had to cut the
You
jazz like Hillary.
pop culture
Period.
references.
Love it. Straight fire. So, question: how long have you been writing?
For me,
Yeah,
let me see. I've been writing like for his poetry or just writing. Period.
all of it. How
Well,
did it become poetry? What did you do first?
well, I was rapping at first, so I started rapping like in I want to say 10th grade.
Mm-hmm.
Like I made my first couple of songs like in 10th or 11th grade.
Mm-hmm.
Really, I still have some of my old stuff that I done way back in the gap. So I be listening to. I'm like, dang, that's how I used to sound back then. Like, man, that's crazy. But it transformed into poetry around about 2004.
Okay. Which do you have a preference? Does it all flow together? What's the distinction between the two for you?
Well, now I love poetry more than I love music. At first, I thought that I love music. I thought I was a music person. And then I found out it wasn't the music that I loved. It was the writing part of it. Then
Mm-hmm.
someone introduced me to poetry. Then I started writing. Then someone reintroduced me to poetry, and then I'm like, okay, let me see what I got. Cause then it was a shout out to my uncle Mitch, Miss Tryon. He was like, man, your poetry better than your music. I'm like, you think so? He like, man, your poetry is like it's real. I'm like, okay, okay, cool. So then I started focusing a little bit more on poetry. Then and how I got into the style of writing that I have now is just I just continue to keep writing, listen to other people critiques, and just trying to grow more and more and more and be real and be catchy at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Well, shout out to Uncle Mitch because that is some I noticed. Your poetry is more real than the music, and I just it just popped in my head when you said that I did notice that a lot of even when I was making music, a lot of it was cap. Like a lot of it you were putting on. When in poetry, you're more vulnerable and true to yourself.
Yeah.
So it definitely shows.
Yeah, most definitely. So like, man, shout out to him though. He got me into this poetry. Like back in, just jumping in back in their heart, and shout out to the people that allow me to spit my poetry to them for I can improve, and for them to give me the feedback that they gave me,
Mm-hmm.
kind of propel me into a different type of poet. So
Mm-hmm.
shout out
And,
to all what they kept it real with me.
and,
Absolutely.
and to all the youngsters out here, when me and TK were doing music, we had a old karaoke machine with a cassette tape
No,
recording, and we'd play the beat in the background on a different device, and wrap it to a mic and record it onto a cassette tape.
no, for real.
Mm.
No, for real.
Mm. Throwback.
Look, that is the truth, man. Look, that's how we used to make music back then. Oh
You
man,
know, I was literally thinking the other day, I missed the basement. Did y'all watch that with Big Tigger?
yeah,
I missed the basement when they used to have when they used to have the artists like go downstairs and just freestyle. Oh, I used to love that. I used to stay running to the TV to watch the basement.
look,
It was watching people come up with stuff off the dome and just be like, wow. And especially to beats that were just fire. I'm a person who loves a good dope bass drop, beat just it's got to be heavy. It's got to be all of that. I'm not for the tink 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 tink. I don't want to hear all that. Give
Right.
me something that's heavy. Give me something that's about to make the speakers bleed. All of that. Like that's where I'm at with it. That's what I want. 106 in Park Freestyle Friday. Somebody said.
808 pounding. Yeah.
Used to love it. Yes, used to love it. Can't tell you how many times I've been punished for doing the jukebox. You come home from school ordering up all types of stuff to my mama's cable. Like
Yeah.
it was fire. It was what it was. What about you, Fan? How'd you get into music first? Because I didn't even know you guys were doing music together. And then how that transition into poetry and which do you like best?
I like it all. I enjoy doing music. I started writing probably when I was like 10 or 11 years old, and I was very bad at it for a very long time, and just kept it up. Started doing music. That was it really helped with my writing was the music, is tempo and the cadences and the rhyme schemes and stuff like that. So I think that the music and the poetry kind of give each other depth.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I enjoy both of them. So to this day, if somebody sends me a beat, I'd probably jump on it, but just
Damn.
Look, I'm not a good freestyler. I ain't gonna hold you. Like if they tell TK get up there and freestyle, I'm like,
but
nah.
that's not writing though. I bet you if we freestyled for 20 minutes, we'd probably come up with 10 dope lines. But
Yeah, no, for
yeah,
real.
yeah. But it's mostly gonna be filler words trying to think of something fly to say. Yeah,
So I got a question. Any one of y'all tried to freestyle a poem?
yeah, I've done it. I've done it especially when I was doing live performances and I forgot what I was doing and
Mm.
I just had to make it up as I went along.
Do
Uh,
you think you can freestyle a whole poem?
Not right now. No, I'm not even gonna try.
Sound like a setup, ain't it, Fan?
Like I was about to get center stage on this pitch. No, the answer is no.
Look, you know what? I think I can freestyle a poem. I've been trying to work on my freestyle game for his poetry and stuff like that. Might just one day just go and say, look, I'm just gonna give to y'all something new on the spot, freestyle. Let's see if I can freestyle for a good two minutes, minute
Mm-hmm.
and 30 seconds. I think I can do that.
Yeah, we could all do it, but is it gonna be good? That's the question.
Oh, anything I do is too fire, like a light in a match. That's too
That's just
fire.
fire.
Ow. Okay.
You know, even
Not
my
a light
slogan got
animatch.
bars in it.
Not a
Okay,
light animatch. Finn, I'm trying to hear something, Finn.
you want to
What you
hear?
got, Finn?
Okay, uh, this one I wrote just the other day. So
Ew, we getting that brand new hotness.
Facts. Let's go.
when I met the goddess, she told me she thought that I was exotic. I told her I'm surrounded by snakes in this garden. She laughed and said, boy, your eyes are hypnotic. And I'm sure her pent up sexual energy played a part in the optics, blinded to the head full of venom. Her locks were brilliant, like a head full of copper. Inside her, I felt like Poseidon, the god of the water. God did I love her, gave her everything in life that I had to offer. The world was her oyster. I would hoist a battle flag and wage war against all that came to destroy her. I didn't notice the torture, destruction, seduction of other men into the death grip of her coils. I was joyous at the planting and reaping what we sowed in the soil. But everything she touches gets poisoned. The very milk from her breast is naturally spoiled. She is a true architect of chaos. Her wake is naught but burned and stone men crumbling. I fell for the flute in the basket, awoken to madness in the snake pit stumbling. Most of my life has been seduced by Medusa. I truly do fear her. Other men have died by her fangs. I couldn't cut the head off the snake. My only escape was to show her her true self in the mirror and walk away.
Purr. I caught on to the fact that that was Medusa about midway through because my first question was going to be, who he turned to with locks, Finn?
Everybody I've ever talked to, man.
Got locks?
The locks to the big chop to the curl
I
pattern.
was just talking about the locks. I already understand you like to be seasoned, Finn. I get it. Finn, I think you might be darker than me for real. So, I mean, I'm not even holding you. I identify as transparent. So, that's what's up. I love it. Okay, so where'd that come from?
Oh, you know them women be scandalous.
Talk.
What women?
Talk.
Oh, them ones.
Them ones.
Them ones, them copperheads.
Was you trying to cop some head though? Is that what happened?
Like that flip.
Them copperheads.
You gotta
But was you copping head?
You gotta stay away from that venom.
But was you in them?
I felt like Poseidon.
Okay. It's all mythology.
Yeah. No, that one's just a real life story, man. The wrong one for me, and it just after years and years of watching things unfold, just seeing the utter chaos she put into everybody's life around her. It's just it's almost fantastic looking at just the path of destruction she caused, and then being blinded to it. So like me seeing her path of destruction as like people against her, and me trying to stand up for her when the whole time she's the one causing it. It's like being in love with a tornado. Nothing around it safe.
Being in love with a tornado. That's tough.
Yeah.
Look, I ain't never heard that before. That's different. That's deep.
That's tough.
Being in love with something that destroys everything around you. That's fire. I can use that in the bar though.
Look at you.
Bar. Hold up.
This is public.
You said this was free. This was free, huh?
This is general conversation. You can't tell me I'm still in the bar off a general conversation. What?
Oh,
I'm still in the bar off a general
conversation. You better hurry up.
Down and publish it, my dude.
Like we said that in general conversation. You can't tell me that's still in it. It ain't like, look, it ain't like you told me like, look at this fire bar I just wrote. Then I'm like, oh, that's fire. I mean, I might use that. Then that's stealing. But this is general conversation. How is that stealing? Explain.
I'm gonna explain it like this. When I'm describing my experience about my poetry and my life and the possibilities of using my experience and my analogies for something that I might potentially use later is stealing.
Potentially, we don't know it's a fact.
Okay. Are you gonna give me the opportunity, or am I now stealing it from you? What the fuck just happened?
Look. That was a fire line. I ain't gonna hold you. I'm like, I love the tornado. I could flip.
Pick your own natural disaster. How about that? Fall in love with your own natural disaster. Tornadoes.
Okay, I can use hurricane.
I call tsunami before anybody say that. I call tsunami.
That's fire.
And ain't now one of you never been through no hurricane or no damn tsunami. Talking about your damn. At least I've been through a tornado in real life. Shit.
Finn. You also never been to Vegas, but I have. What difference does it make?
Facts.
That's true.
What you saying, Finn?
That's true. My whole Vegas. My whole Vegas poem was made up. It wasn't true.
Capping. See what I'm saying? But we ain't bring that up. See how you doing, fam?
Oh,
I feel like you need some spit spat on that. I feel like spit spat is now coming
okay,
because
okay,
Spit,
okay. It's bad.
I feel like spit spat is coming for that.
let's
Okay,
get
let's
Let's
get it.
let's go. Let's get it. So this is called spit spat. I see you, TK. There you go. Here's me. Spit spat. Dangerous. Oh, not for me, but for your sanity if you ignite my anger. Because that anger is inside the danger, which ultimately endangered us. But what did I do to warrant this house arrest of you trying to squeeze the very life out of my chest? Is this a heart attack? But what about the kickbacks and the chit chat? What about the hand claps and the shout outs and the, yeah, baby, you did that. Now I tell you truth, so I've become your enemy. I'm no longer your inner peace. And now we, the UFC, it's no longer you and me, but it's you versus me. It's no longer we. Oh, okay, I see. My perception was a different reality. Shit. I guess for you, I was even lying to me. Spits back.
what I'm talking about. Spit
Let's
that,
talk about spits back.
spit that, fat.
Spit back. First of all, shout out to the audience. First of all, look at y'all. Hey, Miss Desiree. Let me say hey to Miss Desiree. Miss Desiree is a young lady that I had the opportunity to mentor.
Okay.
And I just love her whole life and I'm very proud of her. So shout out to you. And also my man Marcus from All Talks Media, who allows me to come and act a complete fool on his podcast platform. He's Jack of all talks, and you guys will see me post clips from times that I'm sitting on the platform with him and another young lady that I mentored. Shout out to Kiana Dene Reese. So I just have been enjoying myself. They are out of Jack of all talks is out of California, and Miss Desiree, she is out of Alabama. So we are expanding and we are seeing people all across the platform. Anyway, to say that, shout out to you all because you named Spitspat. She didn't have a title, so I appreciate you guys for naming Spitspat what it was. And literally, when you ask, can we freestyle poetry? Um, that is how some things come to me. I may be standing in the kitchen washing what we call my three little dishes, and something will come to me, and I'm like, "Oh, I got to go write that down right quick." Oh, let me see. And as I write it, something else may come to it. But that's just all about me and my single life. What I'm excited to honestly see is if that evolves as I get into relationship. And what I mean by that is even in divorce or even in, say, for instance, when we had Poetry Life, when we had our contest, Poetry Life contest, and we had to write about depression. I actually went back to see if I could memorize it, but it didn't feel the same. You know what I mean? Because I'm no longer happily, no longer in that place. And so even trying to read it to the depth of, oh, it wouldn't come off for me that way. So I ended up putting it down. And so, as life evolves, as the journey continues, as I continue, as my path opens up, my journey widens, I can't wait to see if the poetry changes, if the expression changes. With you guys, have you experienced that, or do you feel like you're still in your same zone per se?
No, like with me, I feel like my poetry then elevated. I'm more comfortable of talking about, well, I always talk about my life, but I'm more comfortable being really transparent and just letting the pen flow and letting whatever transpired on that paper transpired. So I feel like to me my pen has elevated.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it's supposed to do in life. You go through certain things in life, certain experience, and it just add more to your pen.
Mm-hmm.
More experience, you see more things in life. You hear more things in life. You hear more stories that people didn't tell you. A lot of the stuff that I write about, I'll be hearing some people tell me. Like I have a poem called "Girl Named Joy." That was I experienced somebody else's story. So
Mm-hmm.
told somebody else's story. But yeah, what
So
about you?
you feel like your pen matures
Oh
with
yeah,
your journey.
most definitely because some of these conversations that I've been avoiding to have even with myself. So me to write it in a poem and stuff like that is like it's next level for me.
Mm-hmm.
So
What about you, Finn?
Uh, as I've gotten older, I mean, I'm a lot more emotionally mature. So, uh, like TK said, being able to have some of the conversations that I would have probably avoided when I was younger, I'm able to have now. And a lot for me is that uh, I don't have to be in that feeling to express it, because
Mm-hmm.
I've experienced it before, so I know how to vocalize it
Mm-hmm.
because I've been down there. So I think again, it just has to do with the experience and the maturity of it.
So, question off of that, because you do this to me all the time. So now I get to do it to you once, or twice, a couple times probably. But so, do you feel like because you said that you can go back, you can go forward, it transcends? Have you always kind of been along the same subjects? For example, when you're young, you may say, "I'm trying to hit and quit," or find them, fucking forget them. But when you get older, it may be I'm trying to make love to the thing. Now, my question is, do you feel like you can still go back to the I'm just here to beat it up and give it the same coldness and still come back and give it the I'm gonna make love to it and give it the depth?
I mean, if I had that story to tell, I could because I've experienced it. But
Mm-hmm.
that's not what I'm on now. So I mean, unless it was for a reason or for something bigger than what the story is, I probably wouldn't write that story.
Gotcha.
Um, but, I mean, my younger stuff, it was all gangster hood stuff. So uh,
And that's why I ask.
yeah, uh, and now I might touch on subjects of like up where I'm from, my upbringing and stuff like that. But mine is more about introspection now, learning myself and expressing myself.
That makes sense. That
look,
makes absolute sense.
so to answer to chime in on your question, no, I can't go back to that old person because when you grow and you surpass what you used to be, you don't look down and say, "Oh, let me travel back down, take a couple steps backwards." Like,
Mhm.
no, that's crazy. Why take a step backwards? No, you elevate it. So there's no need to even think about, okay, let me go back down there and see how. You already know how that was. Why
Mhm.
go back? That's crazy. Nah, can't do that. Phew, I'm gone. I'm moving forward.
Mhm.
So nah, that's a no for me.
Gotcha. So you feel like with maturity, you as well feel as though with maturity, your pen also matured for you.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think he's saying that. But then I would also say like this: don't ever lie about that 100% TK, because you and I both know that we can come up with some dope ass gangster hood shit in our heads and be like, man, that'd be fire as fuck in context.
Yeah, I mean, but it don't. I tried it, and I'm like, when I got done, I'm like, what else? Like,
Like I said, it's not gonna necessarily be your best work, but it's still something like, yeah, no, that's still dope
Yeah.
for what it
I
was.
mean, I guess you right because if my mind go back to that and I can
Yeah,
click back in that mode, I can, it can still be dope.
that's all I'm saying.
But you know what? That's a good segue into to my poem. My life not yours. Hey, y'all stay tuned. Let me go get myself to center stage and let y'all know about my life not yours.
Let's get it.
Hi, I'm TK the Poet, Israel. I'm not controlled by chemtrails or bitches with spells. Walking in darkness blindly as I'm trying to find my way. As I bump against the wall, then words start appearing in my head. You're smart, you're great, you're a king, you're powerful, you're omnipotent, you're a warrior, you're a leader, you're a blessing. Then I realized those bumps on my wall was in braille. See, my life not yours, because I really have to endure pain. Asking God questions like, why didn't you save my mother from dying? You let my father live, then he died. I guess power do lies in the tongue. And them same words let me numb inside. Suicide, what I thought about multiple times. But I was too afraid to try like skydiving. See, my life not yours. My pain, my hurt, my anger, I try to bury it. I'm telling you, it's some scary shit. We can hear the devil voice of a guy's no lie. But I never told y'all the truth. Because a lie is more entertaining than me telling y'all the truth. It's not gonna stop these dark clouds from raining. That's why I realized why I've been in the dark for so long. Because I was in my mind. I kept reminiscing about struggle times. While a lot of people try to get rid of their demons, guess what? I had to summon mine. So my life not yours. Because I really have to sleep on park slides and sneak into my partner house just to take a shower and still go to school and give these niggas high fives. And someone told me when you speak from the heart and got around, just know that I've been through some gruesome shit. Hockey mask, old clothes, that's a Jason fit. I'm tired of these small rooms, ain't no space in it. Like some basement shit where I have to really go down there and face some shit. But I really don't expect y'all to understand. But I understood when I had to take a 5-year plea deal because I know my Cody is going to take the stand. Listen, man, I made a change in my life not because I wanted to, because I had to. I couldn't walk in my pop's shoes. I had to get my own pair. And life is not fair. And I can't control the hand that was dealt. Just know I'm going to play it the best way I know how, even if I have to play it with 5 fouls. And if y'all ain't my witness, I'm not going to stop until I win this. But what if I don't? Y'all probably say, man, you gave it your best shot. But see, I can't accept that. I can't go for 10 for 10 and miss the last shot, so stop. So what y'all willing to accept is not what I'm willing to accept. Because my life not yours. Because now I have a family that depends on me. It's been like a bending knees, bleeding knees, asking please. Then a voice came to me and said, boy, you been blessed. And I got up and said, yes, indeed. See, my life not yours. See, my past mistakes are what made me great. It made me realize I could survive the worst. See, I need no pastor, no preacher, no pope that sit up in the church because the one who give you the word first is the one who judge you first. That's why I say I create my own lane. And no matter how hard it get, I won't throw in the towel. So before you judge me, then look at what type of environment that I came from. And just remember, my life not yours.
That's what I'm talking
Backstory.
about. That is
Yes.
what I'm talking about.
My life not yours.
Yes, sir. See, still got it. Can still talk about it.
Hey, I mean, you know what though? When I go into my poetry, I tap into a zone. I tap into a zone.
What zone? Like performance wise, where's
Man,
your hunger come from?
you know what though?
Are y'all frozen on me? Did y'all
I'm not.
freeze on me? Oh, there
No,
you go.
you can
So
really.
performance wise, where do you pull that passion from?
Uh, because you have to believe what you're talking. You know. Hold on, real quick.
All right. Well, while he's holding on real quick, I'm gonna go ahead and spit something in.
Let's get it, Finn. I'm right behind you. What?
This,
Let's
this
It's,
is
get it.
this is first round from the poetry competition.
Ew.
All right, here we go. I'm on my king shit. I don't listen to my own plebeian pleas. That Dunning-Kruger effect. Sleep on me and you gonna see me in dreams. It's a common theme. You simpletons couldn't read in between the lines drawn in the sand, man. So much time in the bottle. Life of a gentleman is leisure and ease. If I want it, I take it for granted. I'm talking seizures and leans. I grab the bull by the horns when those doze and I sweep the debris. They'll build monuments in my honor. My hubris knows no nose. Think Egyptian pyramids and the Sphinx. Whenever my heart beats, irregular people will bend at the knee. Maybe when I'm in the ground, I will be more grounded and let other beings eat off of me.
Ew. Period.
Fire.
I have a question for you, Finn.
Yo,
How did you learn speed in your cadences?
That's good.
Because you are a person who can put the most enormous words together in the shortest period of time.
practice. I want to say this, and this is the only way this sounds good to me. So I have to practice saying it until I can get it down. So a lot of times I will write something and it'll be, I hear it how I want it to sound, how I have to say it, and then I have to practice for weeks and weeks and weeks just to be able to complete uh, the cadence, the flow, or the rhyme scheme that I'm trying to in the way that I'm trying to. So the best way for me to do it is record it and listen to it, and then just keep saying it until I can get it past my lips.
Gotcha. I love it. All right. Well, let me go ahead and throw self-control in here since we going through poetry contests. And I know I hear that one a lot because that's the thing that people have seen me do out loud. So I'll go ahead and throw it out there.
Hey, I love this one. Y'all here for a treat. Do you hear me? Y'all here for a treat. Exclusive. It's on you. Hey, let's go.
Self-control. Self-control. Is it like a form of bondage or maybe giving homage to the laws, commandments, and statutes that physically, spiritually, and mentally confine you and confine you? Self-control. It's holding your emotions in your mouth on hold. Freeze them cold. Because, baby, once you warm up this tongue, it becomes a dagger. And it'll slice up and annihilate your whole happily ever after while simultaneously filling me up with laughter. But let's unpack this disaster, shall we? Suppose I called you a slut and your mama a mutt and said your dad was born from a busted and misguided nut, but self-control is what makes me shut up. Nah, inside this mental space, there are padded walls. And in order to walk these halls, you got to have the balls, big draws. No matter what certificate, no doctorate or PhD, it'll never amount to the levels that equal to me. No matter what you to add or take away, it'll never resolve my problem. Because when you write my name out, Malysa, and read it backwards, it sounds like asylum. I know it's crazy. Self-control. I try to grab some every day when I wake up, but I just end up with 2 handfuls if I don't really give a fuck. You ever wrestled with yourself? I have, and I've taken a few L's. So I'm not easy to give a W or feed it to nobody else. Oh well. Pay attention while this schooling is in session. Don't become the lesson or the focus of my aggression, because that he said and that she said will get you clouded with the wrong perception. And I feel the disconnection. So before you head in a misdirection, I'm going to scream, objection! And then finish my profession about self-control.
Oh yeah, that one is awesome.
Hey, give it up. We have to give it up. We have to give it up. Exclusive. I see what you did. You put something new in there.
I did, because other than that, it wouldn't have made sense, right?
I like that. I like that. You put something new in there. I like that. Okay. And you know what though? Performing that piece, it add a little bit more performance when you spell it out. And
Mm-hmm.
look, that is fire.
Period. I'm
That
perfecting. Thank
look,
you guys, because you are sharpening this one for me.
look,
And so every time I deliver it, I think about every word, every, hey, do this, do this, do this. And that was the last thing that I thought I would incorporate. And I was like, yeah, that just brings that all.
yeah, yeah, that was fire.
I'm not gonna lie. I didn't know how Melissa was spelled for a
Exactly.
while, and so when you said my name spelled backwards spells asylum or something like that, I'm like, what in the fuck is she talking about? But then when I found out, I was like, oh, okay, that's dope. That's a dope bar right there. That is yeah.
Look,
Bad. Thank you. I've been working. Look, that's my baby.
mhm,
I'm still trying to figure out, well, not figure out, but I'm still polishing up from mother. The only reason why I haven't said it recently is because shout out to Asia and Alana, those and Alyssa, because I have been in conversations with them and they still haven't heard it yet. Well, one of them did because, of course, she was in the video piece for it. But her sister hasn't heard it. That's the one that's pregnant. And she told me to wait because she's emotional and she didn't want to be snotting and crying. So I said, okay. So only one out of three of my girls has heard from mother. And the next time I do it, I really wanted to do it on Mother's Day, but I was sick as a dog. I thought I was dying. So
look, and
I want to get the opportunity to do it for them because it is for them.
Right on.
hold on, let me say this, man. Hit the like button. Love, share. Come on. Y'all know what it is. We here
Period.
to entertain y'all. And
That's
that's the
me.
only way we can grow. If y'all
Are
share
you
it,
not entertained?
hey, we here. So please share this on your Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter. Share the brain. Tell people about Portugal. Like, bring them in here so we can, entertain these people with these wonderful words that we have from exclusive and fin and human. So,
Period.
share it live.
Educated
And
poet.
TK the poet.
Period.
Look.
One day I'm gonna learn this. If I spit it and I said it and I wrote it, and I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get it. I'm still trying to get my tagline together.
Most definitely. But hey, let me see. I want to give another poem. I feel like I feel poetry today. You know what I'm saying? I just
Feeling it.
feeling that. So I'm gonna go ahead and give y'all another one. I went over Still I Rose. So I've been working on
Yeah.
the performance of Still I Rose. I'm gonna give y'all Still I Rose and try to see if I can give everything into it. And then I'm gonna answer your question after I get done with it. So I'm gonna go ahead and give myself the stage. TK the Poet, you already know, so you ain't got a yeah. So we here. Oh, so my poem, Still I Rose. Here we go. As I sit at the park, watching my children play without a care in the world, flying kites, balloons drifting away, had me thinking about my childhood, how I never had the opportunities or amenities, never no pleasantries, just days laying in that grass, looking at these pleasant trees. Just thinking how my life would be. I never thought in a million years that I have all these fucked up memories. See, they told me I was gonna amount to nothing. And I said, nothing? Well, that's something. I never believed what I was told. Yes, I found out the world was cold. But then that's when I realized it was the perfect time for me to grow like a flower, break through concrete and metal. Still I rose. Up against all the odds, even if I had against myself, still I rose. Against all my naysayers, downplayers, hi haters. Still I rose. Like my children balloon just drifting away with no destination. Like me, I had to get away. It didn't matter where I was or where I was at, I knew I had to find my way. See, that's a different type of journey. But still I rose, like Jesus on the third day. Yeah, I had to die too. but not physically, but mentally. To see I can grow spiritually. See, it was a hex on me. So I had to drop to my knees and pray to the Most High to cure me. And he did it instantly. That's why I don't doubt myself, because I overcame my adversities. Now I pray standing up. There's no more bleeding needs. Now I can see there's no more dark days. No more days of me being depressed. How? When the Most High said I was blessed. And still I rose and I continue to rise like the morning sun. Waking me up from a slumber to face another day I know I can conquer. There's no more fears, no more sad tears, but joy when I cry out. And y'all told me to try Yahweh, and I found out that he loved me. And he told me, you know why you rose? Because that was the flower of love and you were chose. So I paused for a second. Then when he questioned his authority, and he told me, I'm going to need more than your loyalty. I need you to build your integrity. Because there's going to be some days you're going to feel like I'm not there, but I still need to keep that same intensity, that same energy, that same love for me. So still I rose is more than a slogan. It's my life. Hit the wrong button. We here.
Yes.
We here. Still I rose. What y'all think about that? For as the vocal projected, the delivery.
Man, your delivery
You know,
always,
that's one of my favorites.
yeah, your delivery always on point. You can convey your emotions really well in your delivery. And so that's something I'm always impressed by.
Okay.
My favorite part is the hi haters. I swear I love it. I love it. I love the whole thing. But that's the part I anticipate.
Mm-hmm. Hey, I gotta give a shout out to my haters, man. You know, without them, look, I wouldn't be where I'm at
Look
today.
here.
So, you know, shout out to them.
Fuck my haters. I don't need that. I don't need none one of y'all. I'm just fine without y'all.
Hey, man, say shout out to the haters. He said, "Fuck them."
It did.
Hey, sometimes it be like that. Hey, sometimes it be like that. But hey, you know, still I rose. Hey, I mean, look, to answer your question. So when I go into my poems, I'm a whole different being.
Mm.
Like, you know, I lose myself. Let me say that. You know, I just get into a place or get into a zone where I'm not who I am, if that make any sense.
Mm-hmm.
When I learn a poem and when I memorize it and it's in me, I just click on a button. That's TK the poet. Now y'all getting right here. This is just TK, regular old TK. But when I'm on that stage and when I meant that's TK, that's a whole different being right there.
Mm-hmm.
So when y'all get that being, that's a whole different energy right there. And like with me, I can't duplicate that. Like that's its own essence. So you know, like I said, me personally, that's not me. That's a whole different energy. So when y'all get that TK the poet, hey, y'all gonna get that energy. I be telling TK the poet, I'm like, look, listen, you don't have to come
Relax.
down, like, chill, like, are you cool? You like, you just giving too much energy. And you're like, you know, TK, but like, I am Timothy. I'm like, okay, Timothy. All right. But look, I be having conversations with TK the poet, though, man. Y'all just don't understand. That dude is amazing. So, hey, shout out to him.
No, I get it. I say to myself, I am equally excited and nervous to let exclusive be exclusive
Mhm.
because I feel like you ever seen that commercial and you have potential and you, you? I love it. But I feel like she's somebody that I love tapping into, but I know if I fall into her, ooh, but I'm excited to fall into her. I just don't want to lose myself in the process because she is me. You know what I mean? And I still want to stay as authentically me and to myself as I possibly can. Um, I'm confident enough to say I'm a beast either way. And one's a beast, one's a monster, but they all scared because they care. Um,
I gotta ask you a question. Let me interrupt you real quick. This just jumped in my head, whatever. Do you think there's a difference from being humble and being grateful?
Yes.
Because a lot of people tell me, "Oh, you need to be humble. You need to be humble." What? I need to be what? I'm grateful, but I don't need to be humble because I am him. I am Himothy. I am great. What are you talking about? Be humble. Be humble for what? I'm grateful for the things that I have accomplished that allow to transpire. I'm grateful, but humble, why? Y'all telling me to chill and be humble for what? When I know I'm great.
You know what I hear mostly when people say that? When people say, I want you to be more humble, they're saying, I can't do what you do, and so I don't want you bragging about it.
Mm,
That's all they saying. They're saying I can't emulate what you're doing, and so you're making me feel insecure about myself. That's what
mm.
I hear when somebody says be humble. Bitch, sit down. Go sit down. You know, if you can't be a part of this game, sit the fuck down. I'm gonna be great at what I do.
Right.
Hmm. I
Uh,
agree with that. I feel like, to be completely honest, because so I feel like there are moments. I feel like in the things I feel like you are humble in a lot of regards. You're humble when it comes to certain things. And then there are other places that you just a pure beast. And I laugh because I'm like, well, here's the thing. Two things I know for sure and I can appreciate is that it don't bother me because I know you are that, and anything that comes with that you're gonna handle. What I don't like is a person that's overly confident or not humble, but they can't back that up. You know what I mean? I
Right.
feel like if you're going to possess that fire, then you also need to possess
need
how
to
to
be
how to be a fire handler.
Mhm.
And so for me, I think when I first met you, and
Mhm.
it comes off to me. I mean, people feel that way about me. I felt that way slightly about Finn. I thought Finn was mean. Um, and when I first met TK, I was like,
we have,
bruh, right.
we have to talk about that.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I've been told you that, Finn.
Exclusive. First off, I would like to say what you're saying is you don't like the braggadocious people,
Yes.
not the ones that are confident, but the braggadocious. Like you're bragging on shit you can't do. It's
I
ridiculous.
hate false pretense.
Yeah. And now let's touch on this subject. I was mean. You thought I was mean?
I did, Finn. I
And
thought you was me. Look, first
in
of all, Finn,
in
let's not.
no, hold on. In every live or any interaction we had during the contest, and everybody's like, "Well, do you think you're gonna win? How do you feel about it?" Everything I said was, "Man, it's tough competition. These other poets are great." I never even talked about like I'm the best. I'm the most solid. I got this. I got that. Until y'all started coming for me.
No,
Until y'all started coming to be like, I felt like I won
no.
that round. I felt like I did this, and I was bad. And now
I
hold
never
the
said
fuck up. Hold the fuck up. Let's get serious. Nobody was listen to go reread that shit. That's when I started talking my shit. 'Cause I was all everybody can say flowers. Boy, this is free flower day at the Phineas supermarket. And then y'all started saying, fuck these flowers. And okay, fuck these flowers then. Let's get this shit out.
That's how you felt?
That's how
that.
it
That
was.
wasn't even me.
That was the whole lot. The whole lot. Because I was being too humble. I was being too nice. I was letting y'all get away with murder.
What?
Mm,
Hmm.
mm. You
Finn,
say
here's the
you gotta
thing.
win
This is
with
why I thought,
me.
let me tell you, I didn't say through the whole contest because eventually, you and I started to interact. But if you think back to the beginning, I didn't really interact a lot with you. First of all, Finn, you sit with the same face in the same position every time I see you. It's like this.
Yeah, that's my happy face.
I mean, and now I know that. But in the beginning, it was like, I'm bored. Y'all niggas
Well,
can
look
hurry
like
up
we
because
have
I'm
a
just about
couple
to
of
come
no
up here
errors
and piss
going
on
on,
y'all with
but
this fire.
we're gonna
And
wait
then,
until they get back. So I'm gonna keep the flow on me.
Talking.
So until they get back,
TK,
I'm gonna
you
keep it
you
going. What poem should I give next?
what are you talking about?
Oh, he froze talking
Or
about we.
is it me that's
Did he
paused? Let me
freeze?
look up
Oh,
on.
he froze. So
Hold up
he
for a
think.
second,
Wait, he
man.
think we
Hold up.
froze.
Hold up. Wait a minute.
That's why he treating us like garbage.
He froze. He froze. We the ones live.
Oh, look, and then left us here. Look at this,
That's good. He left us here because we got shit we need to discuss exclusive.
Finn. But you know I love you now, Finn. Finn, I wasn't even sure if you was light skinned or
Got me
not, like, or you was just me. Finn, it was. I had a lot of questions, Finn. I didn't know you,
I
but
am.
now you like we here.
I am just Finn, your friendly neighborhood human. That's it. Nothing. Nothing.
Correct. But
That's
in
it.
the beginning with this, it didn't look friendly or human.
She said, or human. That's fine.
But but I love you now. I borderline beg to see you, Finn. Now there is no platform unless Finn is there.
Yeah, I was born with a mean mug. I know y'all new generation call it something different, but when I
New
was
generation. How old are you, Finn?
huh, old as the earth is, at
How old
least
are you, Finn?
grown as fuck.
Are
Jumped
you
off
older or younger than 44?
jumped off the porch when I was 11.
That's
Grown.
not what I ask you. Are you older or younger than 44?
We talking life experience, or we talking about like
We're
years?
talking about in human Finn the human years.
I'm younger than you.
Oh, okay. All right. All right. Oh, all right.
What did I miss?
Welcome back, DK. Welcome back to
Finn
the
coming at
show.
my neck. You left me in the ring with Finn. And
Yeah, we were throwing them hands.
it was.
Well, since y'all, that leads me into this next poem that I got.
Yes.
This poem is one of my came became one of my favorites. It's called "I Did It." So let's get into this men and women thing. I did it. And picking the wrong buttons. Hold up. Let me get to this. Hold up.
Get, get your special effects.
I did it. I did it. I did. Okay. They say love our black queens, but they make it hard too. With the attitude, the disrespect. See, they moving up their neck. And they expect us to keep them on this high horse. See, I told her I couldn't because I ain't never seen a nigga on a nag. But you know what gets me mad? They don't see us as king because they past hurt like we did it. Having flashbacks to the past and it's too vivid. Well, okay, well, I did it to some women in my past, but this not then. And all I'm trying to do is win because there ain't nothing like black men. And yes, we are losing our value like the American dollar. But you know what's fouler? We raising our kids in the same manner. But you know what gets me madder? We keep on screaming, Black Lives Matter. Okay, Queens, I get it. Y'all so strong. Y'all been holding down without a king for so long. Y'all so INDEPENDENT. But do y'all know what that means? You want a man, but don't need a man. When you get a man, you want to let a man be a man. Because majority of your time, you have to be that man. You want to continue with that plan? See, don't get me wrong. See, I love my black queens. But do y'all know what that means? See, I love the will that y'all have to keep fighting. It's exciting to see no matter what's our persevere is done without fear because failure is not an option. But I know y'all tired of feeling like y'all in the auction. How y'all be giving us the best I have to offer, like love, sacrifice, commitment, themselves, not shrinking when times get tough. But we act like that's not enough because we only see money as value. We skip right past the foundation. Good, strong black men see through all the smokes and mirrors. We see other men's errors. So let me make it clearer. See, I was raised by a single black queen. And y'all might ask, so what does that mean? See, that means I'm seeing men enter her life and at the same time take apart her life. See, all the arguments, the abuse, the abandonment. Damn it, man. I became those same men until I hear my mama voice. Son, you seen what I've been through. For you to turn out to be those same men that's disrespectful to me. Because I kept in the best shoes. I paid rent was rent would do. You never seen me cry because I never wanted you to. And you became these same dudes? Not cool. Now you have these women questioning, who raised you? Okay, mama, I hear you. See, I was like Urkel, messing up and tripping over everything. It's just that fun appeared. That's when I realized I had to change too. Because I could remain being the same damn fool. Because now I have sons, got to teach them this is what you don't do. So when they get their wives, it's going to be in a different tone when they ask them who raised you. So I get it, Queens, why some of y'all the way y'all are. But you have to leave that hurt in the past and drive far. See, let me start by saying I apologize for all the men that betrayed you, hurt you, thought they had a better option. Like, nigga, fuck you. I always told you lies that was not true. And 9 out of 10, Queens, is not you. It's us. The one to see your homeboys messing over their chicks and still give these niggas high fives. I can't lie. As men, we need to do way better with a lens. We need to start reading all these slave letters and get our ingredients right. Now, some original spices. Everything don't need lemon pepper. And you ain't no step until you step for your family and be a stand-up man daily, not annually. Because it affecting our queens and young kings badly. But sadly, we both need to do better. Well, I did it. I did it, y'all.
Conflicted about that one.
Why you conflicted about that one?
Yeah, I mean, you got some dope stuff in there that I agree with, but then you got some stuff in there that I'm like, come on, man, that you don't really mean that.
Okay, what you feel like you disagree with?
Like the part where you're talking about your homeboy treats his girl poorly in a relationship and you still high five him, so you need to do better. His relationship has nothing to do with your friendship. So like that responsibility that woman is putting on you to be like, you can't be friends with a man who was not the best in his relationship is bullshit to me. Because my good friends, I don't give a fuck what they do in their relationships. That's their business. If the girl stays around and they work it out, cool or whatever. But I mean, that has nothing to do with my friendship with them. And now I'm not condoning bad behavior. I'm under the impression that any adult should be in a relationship with the best intentions and upfront and honest about it. But their personal relationship is not my business.
This is what I feel about that.
Yeah,
Sorry. Let me tell you this. See, that's the reason what's wrong with us is uplifting each other to do right. You know, we encourage and say, "Oh, we see you doing bad, or we seeing you fucking up," and we encourage the bullshit. Like, like that's gonna make your relationship better. No, if you're around me and you doing some fuck shit, I'm gonna let you know because no, we're not doing that.
yeah,
We have to look. We have to put a stop. If I'm your friend and I allow you to keep doing bullshit, and I know that can interfere with your relationship, nah, bro, you can't do that around me. If you're gonna do that somewhere else. Because I'm not gonna get caught in the middle. I'm not gonna condone it and even act like that shit cool. Because my thing is, as men, we have to do way better. All these men out here that's not taking care of their kids, your homeboys. Like, I don't deal with no nigga that don't take care of their kids. You can't say you my partner. You can't say you my homeboy if you're not taking care of your kids. So yeah, if you're gonna be around my circle, you going yeah, this is my world. If you doing some fuck, if you're doing some fuck shit, you're not a part of my world.
I agree with that. Somebody doing some fuck shit is somebody you don't want in your circle. But what I was saying, the personal relationship that somebody has with a woman is none of my fucking business. Is what I was saying.
If he's your friend, it is part of your business. Because if you see him doing the wrong shit and you not correct him, you condone the same shit that he's dealing with.
No, me giving my opinion on a matter. He's an adult. Me giving my opinion on a matter. Me saying to him like, "Say, come on, cuz look, I think that was wrong. I see it this way," and explain it to him, and then he's like, "Yeah, whatever." I mean, outside of something extremely egregious, it's not going to end my friendship with them. I don't have to agree with everything everyone does because guess what? I don't agree with everything you do. I don't agree with everything Exclusive does. That doesn't mean we can't be friends because we're not on 100% the same page. We're all humans and we're all different. And I'm not going to cut somebody out of my life just because they can't keep a woman happy.
No, see, the thing is, it goes far past keeping a woman happy. It's about your integrity. Now
Oh,
you telling me now you telling me like I have to understand this as an individual integrity. Me
Mhm.
messing up on all the chicks that I've been with or whatever, sneaking behind their back, that's so poorly integrity and stuff like that. And if you can't be loyal to the one you spend your life with, you see on a regular day basis and stuff like that, the one you poured your life and everything into, the one you hug and kiss and sleep with her. If you don't show her integrity, how you gonna show me integrity?
but
I'm
see,
not
see,
fucking
you
you.
fell for the okey doke, TK. You let these women get on the internet and hold on, don't open your mouth and all agape like that yet. Exclusive. Let me get the thought out before you go all aghast on me. Now, you let these women get on the internet and say, men, you got to do better. You got to hold your homeboys accountable. Men, we're out here getting done bad. Men, you got to do this. And as a good man, you should hold all your friends accountable or not be friends with them if they're going to treat women like they just for fucking buddies or whatever. And right. But then do those same women hold them other women accountable? Absolutely the fuck not.
But see
Pause,
what
pause, pause, because that's not true. Well, that's not true for all, because remember, we can't we generalize or whatever you guys say. For me, if I feel like I have a friend and I can't say to her, "Hey, yo, you got a good dude at home. Why you out here fucking around with this fuck boy?" It literally could just be that. Like
Right.
that's literally my comment towards her.
And if
If
she continues fucking that fuck boy and dogging that good dude, are you gonna end your friendship with her? Because TK said he's ending the friendship with that dude. He's
what
ending
I
the
am
friendship with
saying
that
is that I don't want to be identified by the company I keep.
Hmm.
well, you
So
trans
I don't want this dude to then look at me and be like, "Oh, well, if she out there with a fuck boy and a nigga at home, you probably out there fucking along with her with a nigga at home." That's where that's where the disconnect would come for me as far as who I would want to keep company with. I wouldn't want to keep company with a Tatiana if I'm not on Tatiana behavior or in a Tatiana mindset, because all she's going to do is continue to lead me out, which will eventually infect my home.
Mm-hmm.
You are the company that you keep.
right.
And plus, hold on for a second, like, Finn, you good? You cool?
Oh, yeah. Oh, you know I'm always stirring the pot, man. You
Like, I mean,
Mm-mm,
know I'm
mm-mm.
always
because
Not for Sunday.
what they say, if he a fuck nigga and you fuck with him, you a fuck nigga too.
Correct. First thing I want to say, you a fuck nigga. Not you, but your homeboy. Yeah, he a fuck nigga.
But see, then that just goes on to different people's perception of what it is. Like for example, I got a homeboy. He's not monogamous at all, 100% not monogamous, and will tell these women. Now, mind you, every single woman he comes into contact with wants to have his baby and fuck him. It is fucking
But he
ridiculous.
told them.
I don't know if he just pulls them aside and say, "Hey, look, I'm going to do this to you," but I mean, by his actions and the way he carries himself, is pretty fucking common knowledge.
But the
And
difference
yet,
is,
and yet the girls still get upset with him and say, "Oh, and he dogged me out." No, he didn't. No, he
No,
didn't.
it was because they thought that if they slid him a little coochie coupon, they were going to change what he already told them bluntly up front. So now their feelings are hurt because they were like, "Oh, well, I mean, if I stick around and I do this and I do that, then I'm going to
But,
change
but,
his."
but they say he's a fuck boy. They call him the fuck boy, and then I'm like, no.
listen, if he tell these women this up front, like, look, I fuck with different women. I'm not trying to be tied down to anything. Then if they proceed with it, that's on them. That's not on him. Now,
I agree.
if he lied about it and being, facetious about it and don't
It's
tell
just
them,
you.
then it's on him because
And I
he.
realize it's me and three other niggas that look like me and two other ones in the alley, and one of them is a him.
Like,
So, like,
like I said, it goes back to perception. And so, what this one girl is calling fuckboy behavior, I'm saying he's standing 10 toes down to what he's been doing.
I
And
agree
so
to that.
I'm not cutting him off because of that girl's opinion of him.
But listen, now you're trying to rewrite the narrative. Now you're trying to rewrite the narrative. Now
No, I'm
you're
not.
trying to rewrite the narrative. Because the thing is, if
No, hold on. You threw in every negative connotation you could at the man. You said, well, if he's not providing for his kids, then okay, if you're gonna go to the worst of the worst, why can't I also do something that can talk about the different aspects of something? Every time you bring this up,
because now you rewriting the narrative. Because now you rewriting the narrative.
His responsibilities as man. And I'm saying, yeah, but there are other perceptions of what's going on. And you can't
listen, my thing is, if the person you with, the person you sleeping with, whatever, and if you show me more loyalty and more integrity than you show your own woman, then we have a problem. Because now I think you kind of a little shaky. You know what I'm saying? If you showing me more loyalty and more integrity than you show your own woman, then I feel like, oh, it's a little shaky.
That's somebody feeling bros before hoes, I guess.
No, I can't do that. I can't. If one of my partners say, "Oh man, fuck my girl," I'm nah. What you said? Nah, go chill with your girl. You tripping? Nah, don't don't try to blow your girl out to try to chill and hang out with me. Nah, go chill with your girl.
That I agree with in the context of that.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, you know, as men, we have to hold each other up to a higher standard and a higher. Because you know, I have so many partners that don't take care of their kids.
How many partners you got that don't take care of your kids? Because all my partners
take care of them. Not say partner. I know some people.
Every single homeboy I got that has a kid with somebody they are not currently in a relationship, takes care of their responsibilities, and it's the women who make it difficult for them to be active in their children's lives.
Hold on, let me. Oh, hold on. See, that's a topic for Sunday.
That's a Sunday topic. Look, now we know what the Sunday topic is going to be.
Look, you finna make me get in my bed because that's a no. That's a no.
Let me give y'all this.
That's false.
Let me give y'all this. Y'all got something new? I've been working on something new, so y'all get to hear it.
New.
But I haven't memorized it, so y'all got to hear it.
Look, I ain't memorized it all. No, I think
everything I spent today. So
you said you what?
I read everything I spit today, so
bet. Okay, I don't feel so bad. All right, I'm trying to be a big girl. All right, I haven't. This one doesn't have a title yet either. Okay. Sometimes I just write and then I'll come back and see how I feel about it. So let me see.
Oh, do you want me to go first then?
She don't have a title. So it says, "Please allow me to help you find discomfort, and knowing that my turn up makes ears bleed and speakers break, and when you crack the doors open, it makes the earth beneath your feet shake. It has no hesitate. Like when lava erupts from an earthquake, I'm a natural disaster. And even if you run, baby, just know this: I can run faster. Forest. I'll burn the rubber off my tires while I spin the block. I promise you, you don't really want to see my engine running hot. The equation is pretty simple. Don't violate my house and I won't flip the table and beat you out your temple. That's what Jesus would do. My temperature gauge goes from quiet to enraged, but only behind a select few. Just make sure I don't lose my cool behind you, and buckle up for safety."
Exclusive. Who the hell taught you how to write?
What was gonna name this one? I can't hear you, fam.
I said, who the hell taught you how to write?
I still can't hear you, fam. I can hear you. Okay, now I can hear you.
I was gonna say, who the hell taught you how to write? Because you dope as fuck.
Ow! Ow!
Thank
you, Finn. I'm about to shed a real thug tear. She need a name.
Well, sounds like you got to find out a name then.
Yeah, I got to find. I think I originally wanted to call it Behind Mine.
That's a name.
I like that.
Behind Mine. But yeah, that's what I worked on while I was down and out. That's my sickly poem.
Hey, that's a good time, you know, to get your right on. We ain't got
absolutely. my downtime, but I love it. I have fun with that. Um, I definitely had fun with the equation is very simple. Don't violate my house, and I won't flip the table and beat you out your temple. That's
Mm,
what Jesus would do.
facts, facts.
Because people
We
always say, "What would Jesus do?" And I said to somebody in a conversation, I said, "Well, Jesus flipped the table and was whipping on people, and then spit on some mud, smacked it in somebody's eye, and was like,
that way.
look again." So every time you hit me with the "What would Jesus do?" don't expect such a soft answer
Mm.
Yeah, because
because Jesus is
I'll
vicious.
I'll run some pigs off a cliff. You know what I'm saying?
Period. Run
Look,
up in that cemetery. Who art thou?
hmm, facts. Now
So
that's a
I
fact.
actually have fun with her. But yeah, I think I will continue to work on her a little bit. I have been pretty much trying to keep up with my writing, especially when I'm on my social media platforms, just kind of getting up in the morning and whatever comes off the top of my head. Um, I've just been trying to throw a little bit here and a little bit there.
So now I've got
And
a question because you just said something. You were referring to your poem as her. Do you always give your poems genders? Is that something you do? And do you have any him poems? Do you have any masculine poems that you refer to as him? Because that's interesting to me. I've never noticed that until just now.
that I say she and her for my
Yeah,
poems
yeah.
because they're me.
Okay.
It's like, for me, it's like going in my wig closet. Her,
Mm.
I might want to wear this one. I might want to wear her. I might want to wear this one.
Sun-
I have
Sunday.
yet to go in my wig closet and find a man wig. But I think that I have things that are aggressive, and so they may come off mannish. Like this one was kind of harsh.
Well, I mean, but
Um,
I was just wondering if all your poetry you gender as a her or a she. But
until you brought it up, Finn, I'm not even sure if I realized that I did it that way.
Hmm.
Um,
I'm gonna
this one, for instance,
pay attention.
this one, for instance, is called She Read. Give me a second. Let me get to it. I'm going to give you She's Read. This one says, I stay on red, like riding around my little hood until my gas is on empty. I stay ready so I don't have to get ready. My hands like Don King in the boxing ring. I read what you said. I'm fluent in body language, and I see the sign. Hands down, I bleed so heavy every time I grab this pad. Period. She said she read.
Okay, okay. Short.
So that's literally what I've been doing in the morning. I get up, depending on how I feel or what the flow, what my feelings are. I'll throw something together, throw
Mm.
it on my TikTok, share it to my Facebook. And that's just kind of me getting back into the swing of just let your mind go creative and see what you come up with in a 10, 15, 20 minute bop, bop, bop. And then from there, I'll go longer or I'll connect those things. But that's literally been my practice on a regular basis.
I love that practice, and I like seeing your TikToks too.
Thank you. You got TikTok, Fit?
No, you post it on Facebook. Man. You post everything you do on Facebook.
You be creeping, Finn, because I don't
Yeah,
see
I don't
you.
be creeping, man. I don't post nothing. I don't go to nobody's page. Whatever shows up in my feed gets looked at.
Oh, so what you saying is I popped up in your feed. Oh, why?
What I was saying is those little shorties, those
Mm-hmm.
shorties are great. And then don't ever just forget about them though. Those shorties are always great to come back to and expand on.
Okay.
Mhm.
Because sometimes something short can be powerful in the moment, but then it can complete a better project in the future. So don't forget about the shorties.
Don't forget about the shorties. Hey, shorty.
Mm.
Don't
Here's
forget about the shorties.
here's a new one that I wrote. Finn already heard it. But I still haven't went over this poem like I should be. I just life. You got too much stuff going on. Just you just be forgetting to like, okay, I'm gonna read this poem. But this is a poem called Purpose. What is my purpose in life? Shit, I don't know. I've been trying to figure that shit out. At one point, I was a violent type, quick to go out like a pass through light bill. I just black out. Violence and street shit is all I knew, like two plus two. Then I grew, stopped going to church, started praising the Lord for getting me through. And when I look up to the sky, I be waiting for God to say something like He did in the Bible days. Because I have questions I have to ask, like, if we was your chosen people, why in the hell do you let us become slaves? Why our family was torn apart? Why was our rights stripped away? But you paid away. To be honest, I should have been dead in broad day shootouts with no regards for my safety, like a full out blitz. You know how many times my life was at risk? It just made me sick to think about being in the streets was a way of life. Then realize that's why all the demons I had to fight. So I stayed watching my rivals with a scope attached to my rifle. And I told myself to keep my friends close and my enemy closer. But what happened if the enemy is the enemy? Praying to the wrong entity. What a loss of energy. I asked a question to give an answer and I got charged twice. In my mind, I'm thinking about, isn't that double jeopardy? Then they told me Jesus was the light. Then I realized that was bullshit because I found out Jesus wasn't even white. They forced us to believe that. So if heaven is the ultimate goal and they told us to believe in the white Jesus and that was a lie, see, the foundation is wrong. So heaven, how can we achieve that? And I know what y'all thinking, that's blasphemy. But I already put more trust in my partner that had my back that would blasphemy. What kind of referee is good and evil? See, in this world, there's never equals. Like judging people, we became prey, like rats to equals. We became old reruns of old episodes, just repeating sequel. See, street life, what took me fast and had me locked down 23-1, doing push-ups until I saw the sun. Then I thought my life had changed, got married, and had a son. But wait, 2 years later, 2 years later, DNA test proved that my son wasn't my son. Do you know how badly I wanted to pick up a gun? But I guess it was my fault because I wasn't the best husband, and Carmen was the best, and it chose her side like a best friend snapping her finger. My life felt like Jerry Springer. But it opened my eyes and I filed a divorce. And I vowed never to get married because of the hurt. But life is funny like a pit bull in a skirt. If I'm married now, so I had to believe in the Most High because I took a leap of faith and landed on both feet. And I told myself that I won't take defeat. So I pushed towards my dreams and ambitions. I started porch life and stood in my position. Who knew that I came from whipping pots in the kitchen? So I just found my purpose, understood my purpose, and realized my purpose is my purpose. See, I'm only scratching the surface. And when they close the curtains, I know I fulfill my purpose.
Damn.
Purpose. So
I like
that's my new one. What you think about it?
it unpacks.
Look,
I
and
like it. It unpacks.
look. It's a couple parts in here that I like. That's why I'm saying when you ask me like have your pen elevated and stuff like that, I feel like during the time like I get to speak my truth. So now it's elevated because I get to speak what's on in my mind and fuck whoever think about bad about it, you know? So, my life not yours. Like and some people like even when I said, when I said they told me Jesus was the light and I realized that was bullshit because I found out Jesus wasn't even white. And people like, oh, that kind of blasphemy you talking about. I'm like, look, no, they've been telling us to believe in this lie that pray to this white God, pray to this white Messiah, white Jesus, and you gonna get to go to heaven. Ask this white Jesus to forgive you for your sins, and you're gonna go to heaven. And we come to find out that he wasn't even white. So if y'all was telling us that the belief in this entity and it's gonna get us to heaven, and that was a lie, so how heaven we gonna achieve that if everything was based off a lie?
No doubt.
So
The whole foundation is bullshit. Yeah.
Tinfoil talks. Tinfoil talks. Sunday. Tinfoil talks. I
Hey,
enjoyed the tinfoil talks, by the way. I really did.
look, most
I ain't,
definitely.
I ain't get
Hey,
a catch up. So
you say what?
I ain't get a catch up on that one yet. I'm looking
Oh
for.
yeah. It was pretty decent. It was some wisdom kind of going through the airways.
The,
Couple little
the only
tidbits
thing
and
I,
nuggets.
the only thing I seen so far was I saw exclusive say, "Hey, not too much on TK now,"
Oh,
and
because
that cracked
because
me
he froze, and when he froze, they started talking about his internet. So I was like, "Whoa, whoa, not too much on TK." I mean, because he wasn't here to defend himself, so I
up.
felt like I couldn't just sit there. You know what I mean?
I
You just got,
appreciate it. Shout out to you, man.
I
Appreciate
mean, you know what I mean?
you just got me crunk. I was like, I gotta watch it now because I want to see them going in on TK.
Oh yeah, they was dragging it.
it. It's all right
They
though.
was dragging it. He was gone for a while too. I was like, please
Yeah.
come back. Please come back.
Like,
Because per usual, I get left to be the only female on the platform. And at this point, I'm not even mad no more. Uh,
you handle your own.
it's
Yeah.
on purpose. Thank you.
Yeah.
It's on purpose for a purpose. So I can't even be mad no more. I love sharing the platform. Shout out to Nikki. I actually talked to Adonis. Adonis is like, oh my God, I just want to squeeze her. I cannot wait until we get in the
Hey,
same space.
hey,
I promise you.
hey, not too much on my girl, the Don.
No, I love Don.
I get that, but don't be squeezing on the Don like that. Me and the Don go way back like four flats.
She want to be squeezed by me. She do.
Okay.
So I can't wait to get to her. But shout out to Nikki Royale because she actually was one of the people that checked on me while I was down, and so I got an opportunity to have a conversation with her, and offline. And just I am enjoying getting to meet these women and their backstories and things of that nature. But I do understand that what's for me is for me. And so I can't wait for everybody else to pull up. I just got to pull up and I got to have what it is, especially being between the two of y'all. Y'all some entities. So if this is where I'm at, then this is where I'm at. I don't have a fear of being here. I'm an intercessor by spiritual nature. So it is what it is.
Hey man, this
So
All
I
movie
don't
is
even trip.
important.
Now, quick question before we get you on up out of here, because I know y'all is ready to go. Music. I have a question. Who influences you musically?
in what sense?
Period.
Okay,
From from a
play.
standpoint of, I mean, musically, who influences your mood, your vibe? Who could you know what I mean? When you and your for me, like before we hopped on After Dark, right? I put Anthony Hamilton, Jill Scott,
Mm.
uh, Music Soul Child. I'll just listen to certain things that'll get me in a certain type of vibe or a certain type of mood, blah, 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 blah.
Well, one of my favorite songs that I resonate real well with, and y'all might never think of this song because y'all be like, nah, he like hardcore gangster rap and stuff like that. But one song that get my mind right, or that I love to hear is Lloyd, True,
Mm.
and I think that's like the perfect song of my life is Lloyd, and also it's just also like telling women like accept me for who I am and please excuse me for what I do because all I'm trying to be is true.
Hmm.
I don't think I'm trying to do is be me, so let me be me. So but that's probably one song, one artist that yeah I'll be listening to.
Uh, for me, man, I go real old school. If I'm musically speaking, Curtis Mayfield is probably
Mm.
Ooh.
his uh,
Mm.
his ear for music and his writing ability and his orchestration of records was just insane to me. And I still, you will catch me with the windows down, jamming some Superfly. I'm talking about the whole
I was
album.
getting ready to say that's my favorite
I'm
right
talking
there. That
about
soundtrack.
the whole album. Yeah.
Pusher
Uh,
Man is my favorite.
Mm.
Little Child Running Wild and Freddie's Dead, man. Listen to the
Freddie's Dead is good too.
yeah. Uh, yeah, I mean, you just listen to the strings and the horns and everything on it. It's just insane. And he wrote all wrote and orchestrated all that. It's
Mm-hmm.
intense. And then I mean, just for the vibe, you can't go wrong with Al Green. I mean,
Oh
all the hits, all the gangster shit was done with love and happiness in the background.
yeah. What happened?
And
Look,
but uh,
look.
lyrical lyrical ability would be uh, a dude named Aesop Rock. Not ASAP Rocky, but a dude named Aesop Rock. Man, he writes at a level that I'm just like, wow. So he would be a big influence on that because he sometimes he has me scratching my head sometimes, which is something I
Now,
enjoy.
if you talk about lyrical, I had to go with King Los. Shout out to King Los.
King Los,
Never heard of him.
King Los is good, but then yeah, I mean there's a lot of talented, but yeah, yeah. Uh, yeah, I think that's my thing. Either I'm jamming some old school soul shit, or I mean you can't go wrong, man. I'll throw some old Bone Thugs and Harmony, East 1999 Eternals. You can't that whole album dope. Pastor Troy's Face Off, that whole album dope.
Pastor Troy is fire.
Scarface is Untouchable, and The Fix. Both those albums are dope. Twister's Adrenaline Rush, that whole album dope. I mean, they just yeah.
What about J Dog the Young Hog?
Shout out to J Dog. I don't know who that is.
Shout out to Young Hog. I don't know who that is either.
You don't know J Dog?
Mhm.
Houston rapper J Dog.
Oh, see, y'all know I'm not from here.
Oh,
I mean,
you.
if you talk about
Shout out to from here, but I'm not from here.
if you talk about Houston rappers, man, I'm going back to Zero. Zero's first album, man.
Zero, yeah, most definitely Zero. But you don't know J Dog the Young Hog?
Yeah, I know who J Dog is now that you said that. Yeah, but no, I ain't jammed J Dog like that.
Only
man.
people I know from Houston is,
South
when I was growing up in the DMV with Slim Thug and Paul Wall and them.
Chameleonaire, one of the most underrated
Right.
line lyricists.
Facts.
Right.
Chameleonaire's fire.
SPM invented the punchline rap game. He was the punchline king before anybody else was.
In radio.
Yeah.
I always thought Bohagan was pretty dope too.
Yeah, and then I mean, and you got a bunch of great people like Big Crit, man. He was Pimp C reincarnated.
Mhm.
Musically dope.
So, what coast do you identify yourself with for its music?
Man, I'm from the South, man.
Oh,
You like South music?
I'm from the South, man. Yeah, Southern heavy bass line, man. Gangster shit with lyrics. Yeah, Outkast, Goody Mob, 8 Ball MJG, the Dirty Boys, the Ghetto Boys, UGK.
period.
Yeah, no, that's it.
But see, I'm more like an East Coast.
Yeah,
Like-
I know it shows.
He said it shows.
I got a couple of splotches of East Coast, and even being from the East Coast, like I said, for me, I like the dirty South.
Mhm.
I mean, I will put it like this. When it comes to East Coast rap, they're always at their best when they rapping with somebody from the South. Their best songs are always a feature on somebody from the South with a Southern beat. That's their best. Jay-Z's #1 selling track of all times was Big Pimpin', and that was because of UGK. When Nas was at his best was when he was rapping on Scarface's album. Whenever one of those East Coast rappers comes down south and fucks with the real shit, that's when they at their best. Top tier shit is fucking with the South.
But they just bring that style of rapping to the South. It's just a different type of thing.
Style. You'll look at it. Look at Big Pimpin' compared to anything Jay-Z had done previously. He had to change his whole style up to catch the beat like that.
But he was still rapping though. He was still rapping. He wasn't
I,
just like damn South rappers. They really wasn't rapping about nothing.
shit, Scarface was everybody's favorite rapper. What are you talking about?
All right,
Oh yeah, Scarface was before your time. That's all that is. A little young buck,
all right, all right, all right.
That's how y'all feeling?
Look,
youngster who here don't know nothing about no real music. Pull
Mm,
your damn break up,
mm,
son.
you see.
mm, mm.
Yeah, that was funny.
That's tough.
Apple.
That's tough.
But but hey, man, let's talk about this Sunday. Get into the Sunday and let's close this thing out, man. Real talk with the poetry Sunday. Go ahead, exclusive.
So what? Yeah, what's the subject? I just heard that there was a couple of different subjects. What we gonna pick? What's the topic?
Boy, women
Um,
scandalous. These scandalous ass women using their
Uh uh
babies to
uh uh.
control and manipulate men.
Last because last week it was why don't women listen?
And
So
that
get
was
off
never
of
even
us.
a topic. By the way, we never even
No,
talked about that.
no.
That was just
Mm-mm.
a tagline.
You carve out the grain in your own wood and get up off us for a second. Find something else.
Okay.
Dead
I,
as
I
baby
like
daddies or something.
the topic
Why?
that
Why?
been into.
You said what?
Why don't men listen?
We can
Oh,
get
we
into
listened to what here.
we can get into that too. But also the accountability within is lacking in ownership of trying to discourage men for being men.
Oh,
Okay, so that okay. If that's the topic, then I'm going to preface this conversation with this. I am not discouraging any man from being a man. I encourage men to be men. This
But
this
you're not but you're
this
not
no,
talking about but
no,
you're not
no,
correcting that fuck shit though.
okay, I am. I always uplift and I always try to build and I always help people try to grow. I always do that. But what I don't do is find faults that everybody else might think is like, oh, that's a fault because I don't like it. I don't care if you don't like it. There's nothing wrong. It's not hurting anybody. It's not tearing anybody down. I don't care about it.
Look, we're
so
gonna
if
talk
I'm a
Just because you
crackhead,
don't
you gonna let me be a crackhead as long as I
fact,
don't steal nothing out your house.
fact,
Then that becomes a weed problem because I just stole your shit.
fact.
okay, but see what you're doing is you're going to the extremes. Yes, I don't
No, no,
want you
no.
to
I'm
hang out with.
asking.
No, I'm hold up. Okay, I'm clarifying that. I don't want to hang out with serial killers. I don't want to hang out with pedophiles. I don't want to hang out with drug addicts. I don't want to hang out with thieves. But a man who is not good in a relationship is none of those fucking things. So let's stop putting them in the same category.
But Finn, we got here because of what TK said that you gave a whole
No,
that you
no,
breathed
no.
into and made it here.
Yeah.
What I said was I don't agree with the women saying that I don't like how this man treated me. He didn't abuse me. He didn't manipulate me. I don't like how he treated me, so you shouldn't be friends with him. I don't like that. That's
I'm
what I
not
said.
I never said
That's
that.
what I said.
I don't
That's
think
what I
that's the context though.
I never said
But
that. You got that out of
it was
context.
kind of the context because I've seen it in not only in just what he put in the poem, but I've seen it on in different areas where
Okay.
it's this context of I don't like how he treated me, so he's not a good person. Those aren't the same thing.
Look,
Those do not go in.
we,
Those
we,
not
we,
the same.
we most definitely got to
I don't hang around with schools,
because
but not everybody that I hang around has had successful relationships with the opposite sex, and that goes both ways. I have people that I know that are female that have dogged men out, and I'll tell them like, man, that ain't cool. But that's their business, and when their relationship ends, that's their fault. They're gonna learn from their mistakes. I can help and give my opinion on something, but yeah, that's a
All
whole
right.
thing.
Well, then there's the topic of conversation. All right.
Right.
So, Finn, spit your thing because we about to get you on up out of here. So go ahead and spit your thing. Let everybody know what you're doing out here and when we can see you again. Because I promise you, most of the people that I talk to that watch us, oh, they love themselves some Finn. They just love to hear you be antagonizing.
I
They
don't
just love
I don't
they that's how they feel. that is where you're at with some people. Not in a negative way, but they just love the fact that you aren't easily persuaded. So shout out to you. What you into, fan? What's going on with you?
Oh, you know me. I'm just been a human. I just do all my humanist of stuff that I'm able and capable of doing. I just out here and learn and do me to the best of me.
When we gonna see you again, fan? Should we look for
Sunday,
you on Sunday? Sunday, Sunday, Sunday.
you know, you gonna have to look away from me because I'm gonna be up in that thing. You hear me?
Finn, I'm going to destroy you.
You
I'm
ain't
just
gonna
letting
destroy.
Gosh.
I'm going to destroy you on your theory, and I'm gonna give
It's,
you real facts,
you
and
can
we're
give me
not
real
gonna do
now because where you faulted me at, and this is how I know you're gonna fail at your task, my
that.
guy.
Okay.
Is I told you that every single homeboy I have that has children with a person they're not in a relationship, uh, they take care of their children, and at their
I'm,
at times when
I'm talking
things were
about
rough.
you.
No, no, hold on.
No,
Let me finish. No, no, hold on. Let me finish. And when I said, and when times were rough, it was the woman using the children against the men, making it difficult on the men to step up and be the father. And you said you're a liar. So
I
you're
liar.
taking my experience. Yeah. So you already called me out and said that that's not true. So you and
It's
me,
not, and I'm
it's
gonna,
not
I'm
true.
gonna, I'm gonna show and prove to you why
I'm gonna bring,
that
I'm gonna
mastermind
bring them all
statement.
up. I'm
Yeah.
gonna
Go
have.
ahead. Get your notes. Get your notes
Keep
for
prepared.
Sunday so that you can come and get into it.
Yeah.
TK
Because
the poet, what you got going on over here in poetry life?
hey, y'all already know what it is. It's the book. You already know.
I
So
got a
you ain't gotta.
referee with
Yeah.
y'all.
So you know, we have we
The
have the
merch.
you know, we have the shirts. Come get
Damn.
your shirts. I have more coming. Come get the shirt. Hey, and shout out to the people that bought some. Shout out to y'all. Like I need y'all to take pictures with your shirts to show people. Hey, we support Portrait. Like so, get your shirts. It's 25. Hey, it's great shirts. You have to get your merch.
And do
Period.
you know how hard it was for him to fold all those and put those in the bag?
In
Support
a
the
bag? Do you not know how hard that was?
Look, my
support
wife do all the laundry
the
and folding and stuff
Shout
like.
out to the wife. I miss her.
Look, she's gonna be back pretty soon. I'm gonna force her to get up on here.
Damn. I've been seeing her beautifully Nana page popping up with a couple little things. And so I know she in the land of the living. And I'm excited when I see her pop up. So I
She's
know she's been
she's
peeking
getting back
back into
to
social world,
Mhm.
social media land.
Right. And I told her she still feel kind of down for her leg, but I'm like, hey, you have to get back. You have to jump back in that thing.
Look here.
The people are waiting.
The people are waiting for you.
Look,
and
so
I'm gonna
get
go
back.
ahead and say this before I dip out. I'm not
Absolutely.
I'm not your antagonist. I'm not your protagonist. I'm just me. I'm Finn the human, and I'm out.
Oh, shout out to you, Finn.
Shout out to the Finn, two-time champion of poetry, like Finn the Human. Finn the
Two-time
Human,
champion
two-time
of
champion.
poetry life. All right. Well, I guess it's down to me and you. We're about to get out of here. I'll go ahead and give you one more thing on my exit. I asked you guys about music. It was because I wrote a short, because shorties are just where I kind of thrive. And I actually recorded it the day before I feel like I got sick. I recorded it and then I sent it out, and it's been getting amazing feedback. So here it is live. Let's see. It says, I smell poetry. It sings to me like flowetry, and it gives me butterflies inside. Like when that boy Michael used to call me his PYT. And when we first got together, we would sing, "We are the world." But then I caught him in the inbox of Billie Jean and that Liberian girl. So it became dangerous. And we became a thriller in Manila. And with that being said, it looks like this is going to be another Love TKO. Because I definitely had the Teddy Pendergrass pin his ass to them sheets, as in composition. Because I ain't never matched up with no competition.
Mm.
Now, with all that being said, again, thank you for everybody that came out. Thank you for everybody that's been out here sharing with us. Thank you for everybody that's in the comments. Thank you for everybody that's going to watch after the fact. As you see below, Poetry Life is the MBA of poetry. Not only are we here every Friday night at our new time, which is 9 o'clock with Poetry After Dark, we are here on Sundays. We are here now on Mondays, I believe. So come on out, find your niche, find your special person, the person that you cheer on, the person you like to hear from, the person that is your villain, the person that is your hero, the person that is all of that within Poetry Life. And come out here and support your favorite artist, support us as a unit, as a whole. I love you guys so much. Again, my name is Exclusive. I keep it 100 because anything less is somebody else.